चलिए दोस्तों शुरू करते हैं without wasting a time. As we have done the configuration and mpls L3 VPN in the previous video, in this video with the same topology we are going to configure a loop free alternate path IPFRR, IP fast reroute. So what is this? What does it mean to you? What is the meaning of loop free alternate path? Is a route that does not create forwarding loop is called as a for loop free alternate path. A router calculate this loop free alternate path in advance and program in FIB forwarding information base. So these are the metrics we have on all the links. Metric is default, that is metric 10 ISI default metric, and the link which is connected P2 to P3 we are going to put metric is 200. And we'll also see how to configure this IPFRR or LFA in this core nodes, and after that we'll verify how the FRR, how the backup path look like in the routing table, and we will also look into that how IPFRR will take the backup paths in some topology, in this scenario suboptimal path. Okay, like in this we have configured the metric 200, so we will see uh, if I check, if we have to check the path, if we have to go from the router P2 to P4, so what option it will take, what will the primary path, what is the backup path it will take, right? We'll discuss. So let's jump to the first configuration part. I will start the configuration part from the iOS XR boxes and iOS XE. I will show the configuration, how to enable the IPFRR on the iOS XR and the iOS XE. After that, I will complete the configuration of all of the boxes. So these are the 6 boxes, 4 core routers and 2 P routers. In this router, we are going to enable this IPFRR, and after that, we will run the verification. So this is our first node. So let me quickly run the first show run. Router ISS. This is the current configuration we have. Router ISS process core is running, and we have enabled the segment routing mpls, okay, in this, and we have defined the prefix-sid or node sid. So let's enable the ISS fast reroute LFA in this. Here we have an as two interface, gig 001 and 002, so we need to enable this. So, so to run the fast reroute LFA, we need to enable this command in the ISS process under the interface fast reroute per-prefix. We can go with the fast reroute per link also. In this lab, we are going with the fast reroute per-prefix. So fast reroute per-prefix I have enabled on both of the ISS interfaces. Let me do that. Let's jump to the next node. Config in the iOS XR. Now we're going to put the configuration for the IPFRR in the iOS XE router. So at present, this is the configuration is. Here we have enabled the segment round mpls, global block, and prefix-sid nodes we have defined. And here we are calling the IP router ISS core process on the interfaces. Let me do the config mode. This is a single command is required to enable this fast route in the iOS XE box. As we are running ISS level 2, so I'm calling this level 2 all. Okay. Let me save the configuration. So let's say let me finish the configuration all of the part, and then after that we will jump on the verification. Now I have completed the for this configuration related to LFA and IPFRR on all of the routers, and I have also configured the metric 200 on the link which is connecting P2 to P3 on the link here on the P2 interface. On this interface under the ISS configure the metric 200 gig 0 by 0 by 0 by 3. Okay, and now we'll go to the verification part. Let's go to the P2 router and we'll verify that. So here we are now on the P2 routers, okay, on the one of the routers where we are going to perform the verification. Let me run the show run. So I configured this fast route per-prefix on all of the interfaces which are under the ISS process router ISS core, and under that on the interface in the address family I have configured this command. As I told you in the topology also, I have configured the metrics also, metric 200 one of the interface. Okay. show ISS neighbor gigabit 0003. Okay, this interface is connected with the P3 router. So P2 to P3 router we have configured the metric 200. Let's run some verification command. Let's check the route for any of the prefixes. Like for the we are on the P2 PE2 router loop back we are going to check. As you can see that after configuring the FRR or LFA, we are able to see the protected and backup path in the routing table. Similar way we can check for the like for the key router we check. Here also we have a two paths both are the protected 1.1.1.1/32. Here we also have a backup and protected path. Okay, as we are running the IPFRR LFA. System some command written the fast-reroute. Show as fast-reroute summary. So here we can see that we have a coverage 100%. Okay. So we have a backup path and all this topology. Show as fast-reroute. Let's check for the P444.44.44. So here is the problem. If you see, the primary path is telling us via the gig 0001. If you see gig 001, this interface connected directly from the P2 to P4. Okay, this is the good. But in the FRR backup path, is taking the path via 003, disconnected via the node P3. On this matrix is 220. But still, from this P2, there are the alternate paths are available, PE1 and via P1. Correct? These are the path available where the matrix is only 10. But it's selecting the backup path as suboptimal path. This is the main. You have seen the one problem when we are checking the route in the ISIS fast route on this P2 router for this loopback on P4 44.44.44.44 is taking the primary path is this. This is the good. This is the 10 metric is there, but it's taking the backup path this one. 210 plus 10, 220 metric it was showing, correct? But it's not selecting this path. This path and metric only 10, 20, 30 and 40. Even this path and metric 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50.